How's it going, guys? I got a pick here in this week 2 matchup. Commanders versus Packers. We got the Green Bay Packers that are laying minus 3.5 points as their home against the Commanders. You got a decent, sizable favorite on money line as well, as they're sitting at minus 190 right now. This matchup right here for me is a bit of an interesting one. We got both teams that just faced off Sunday, turning around, short turnaround 5 days later, playing on a Thursday. The Green Bay that stays home, stays in their backyard. Then we got the Washington that's coming from their home, going to Green Bay, traveling during that 5-day short little break compared to that week that they typically get. It's an interesting matchup for multiple of reasons. On one side, I really like the way the Packers looked against the Lions. I really have a lot of faith in the Packers this season. I feel like Packers are going to be a type of team that maybe not will surprise people because I think people are catching on, but they're really going to make it far this year. I really like them in the playoffs. I like them deep in the playoffs. I like them to make it to the NFC Championship and really make a run for it this year at the Super Bowl. I think that Jordan Love's hitting a really good point in his career where he has enough experience and is just ready for that next step. And I think we look on the other side too. Their defense has been really adding new pieces, obviously with that Micah Parsons trade. And I think as the time goes, he's just going to find himself and being more comfortable with that team. As well as the offense side of things, that running back I just love in Josh Jacobs. He, to me, is explosive, powerful, has that dog in him, takes a block if he needs to, receives really well, catches the ball really well. Just a guy that I'm a really huge fan of. So it's kind of a lot of things to kind of go against. There's not a lot of things to go against when you're looking at the Packers. But then we go on the other side and you start looking at the Washington, and man, they're just as good, especially with the young talent they have in Jayden Daniels. But just the depth of their team. They have so many veterans on the team offense and defense side of things. It's going to be a really great matchup. It's going to be one that is definitely one I want to pay attention to, especially as it goes later in the season, how both teams line up. The way I see this game is being a super close, cut-tight game. I think the way the Packers made the Lions look is the reason why they're getting the odds and the whole hype they have, and the fact that they actually won week 1 and actually did it in pretty decent fashion. I think they have a lot of hype behind them. Not saying that the hype is too overhyped, but I just love the Commanders, and I love the Commanders on plus money. To me, Commanders plus money was last year's my favorite bread and butter type of play. Commanders, as a type of dog they are, they always love to keep it close. Jayden Daniels had 6 wins under the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. 6 wins. That's a lot of wins where he just knows how to be clutch, knows how to hold it down when he needs to, and just the way he knows how to run the ball but also pass it, get out of those scrambles where it looks like they're about to sack him but just not quite. I am a little eerie too as well on Green Bay Packers' offensive line. Their offensive line got dinged up a little bit last week, a few injuries, kind of weren't the full healthiest going into week 1 as well. Then with their defense, just have a lot of overall injuries, and with this quick turnaround, and as young as the team they are, they're the youngest team in the NFL. I think it's just going to be a tougher turnaround. Not saying they're going to lose this matchup. I just think that they're going to keep it really close. It's going to be a very good one, a close one to pay attention to. And I really could see the Commanders pulling away with it. It's going to be a coin flip in my head. So that's why I'm taking the 3.5 in my back pocket. Maybe sprinkling a little bit on that money line. Don't mind a little plus 160 is what I'm seeing it as right now. So don't mind a little sprinkle on that. If we're talking over and under, it's a bit tough because we got both defense that are really solid, did really good last week. We got Commanders really stopping the Giants, making them look like they had no possibility of any sort of offense, no touchdowns scored, no real breakout plays. And then you have the Packers that really shut down the Lions. So it's going to be a really good defensive matchup. I would have a slight lean to the under because of that, but with how explosive these offenses are, it's kind of a 50-50 to me. Don't really see one way in this over and under. Like I said, maybe a small lean because of the defenses. If we're talking maybe prop plays, I do like a McLaurin touchdown. To me, I believe he's faced Green Bay Packers 3 times with 3 touchdowns, a ton of yards. Just a guy that we really need to get involved for the Commanders for this matchup. Last week didn't really have the most explosive, big breakout game. Deebo Samuels on the other end went crazy with his rushes, his catches. So I expect a decent game from his as well. But like I said, this week's matchup, this Thursday night football, great game. Give me Commanders plus money and definitely give me that 3.5 in my pocket. See you guys.